Hey traders, it's Jeff Yates. Today I want to break down how we crushed our Amazon day trade today. The secret, the 65-minute chart. It's perfect for spotting those key patterns. This morning we identified void, a clean zone with little resistance setting up on a perfect entry. Once Amazon broke into that void, momentum took over and we just rode the wave to profits. I want to take a second and show you that. The 65-minute chart, it smooths out the noise while giving you a sharper read on the trend and the volume shifts that are to come. Combine that with recognizing voids, and you've got a killer edge. So take a look at our trade here. I'm going to flash over. And again, the key components in this short video today on November 20th is three things. Basically, looking at the daily chart, the 10-10 bar was paramount. Number one, the 65-minute void bar. I'll show you that here momentarily. Then the 2-minute entry struggling at VWAP. These are the things you want to bring together. If you're trading intraday trade and you want to be done 15 to 30 minutes in the markets, you need to find your place in these items. Nothing works all the time, but you gain a significant edge when you start bringing these things together. Let's take a look at the quick profit. We're actually up about $1,200. Gave a little bit back, and I'll tell you why momentarily so we can adjust for those things. Take a look at Amazon here. This is first off the daily chart. What I want to show you is that recognize where the 8-period moving average, the dotted line in here. For the first time, Amazon's been struggling at the 8. Now, with the gap down today, about 40 to 50%, what I wanted to recognize is that there was a lot of people that were sellers. Why? Because you got a 10% wick showing here. We call that a 10-10 bar. Not quite that on the bottom, but you get the point. Once you're gapping down to that, everybody holding this 50% of those buyers just about became immediately bag holders. They were sellers. So that became an interest in that point. So again, the 8 EMA, we touched that, we came off, we gapped down from there, 10%, a wick showing in the 50% gap in the 10-10 bar. Now, as we look down to the 65-minute chart, when you're doing the multiple time frame analysis, you want to be clear in the fact that are you crossing above or below? Well, today we gapped below the 65-minute bar, and this was a 9 EMA on the 65-minute bar. So what we spotted with an ocean of void, as I mentioned earlier. So price void under the 9 EMA, it had room to here. So take a look as we begin to find the entry on this. So as I'm scanning through the market with our members, I'm finding Amazon, began to land on that and focus as I was a few other stocks. What I wanted to see, I want to see 2 to 3 times struggle at VWAP. Why is that important? Because many times when they actually go once, go twice, and maybe that's enough. And a third time especially, and they take it out the bar and they can't get there, what happens, the bids release. The buyer said, you know what, not now, I'll go catch it at the bottom. And so I was poised for an entry to come down right in here. We took it very tight stop, got in at 201, I think that was 60, got in at 63, had to stop at 202.03, just about a 50-cent stop, give or take, 40, 50-cent stop, and struggle right in here, maintain the 2, and of course, I'm not even showing the 5 at this point, and we got the waterfall. Now, in hindsight, one of the things I'm adjusting in my plan is that when I see the waterfall, and you can't see the volume here, we did have a spike in volume. I would have entered on the bar break on a 2-minute chart, so we didn't have to take the run up. When they go down so far, typically stocks like Amazon have a tendency to bounce back up hard. We got back out a half here, but we took a quarter down in here, took a quarter, we got out the balance right about in here on the break back up above the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. Great play. It was a quick 500 and whatever, $93 on the play. I think I got it here, 593.09. Was up a little bit more. That should have been about $1,000 play. This is on very low risk, right? Very low risk to do this. You got to find the right entries. And if you find that, you don't need to do a lot of risk. You hear a lot of people on the internet and YouTube more specifically talking about, making $10,000, $20,000. Heck, I saw one guy said he makes $1 million a day, and he's showing this. And I have a hard time believing that. But in reality is they're trading, if they are trading, they're trading simulator and they're trading, 50, 60, 70, 100,000 shares where it doesn't matter, right? But this is trading real. We did all this with just under $500 risk right here. You don't need a lot of money to make a lot of money. if you're crystal clear on determining these things like the wicks, the gaps, determining that void, what kind of stock you have, what's the market doing, is it relatively strong or is it relatively weak against the market? And then, of course, trying to find this last bit of entry on the small time frame, going through my formula, looking for this. In future videos, you'll see the actual system that I actually use on being able to mechanically track these trades, because once I'm in, I have mechanics that take over these trades. I'll show that in one of the upcoming YouTube videos. It's pretty pristine. I'm always tweaking and adjusting to finalize that, like I mentioned down here. But wait till you see that. It's actually part of a course that I have. I've had it for many, many years. Nobody has it out there. You'll find this nowhere on the internet. This is something that I've been doing for about 25 years and developed this myself through a lot of trial and error over the years, and finally honed that in and forced that feed to do that. So again, finally, check out our description for a free trial, and don't let another day pass you up. We do this every day in our room. We take between 1 and 4 day trades. We take 3 to 5 options trades. We take straddles. We play diagonal plays. We take call spreads, credit spreads, you name it, we're trading it. And then there are some days we're sitting back. We'll take some day trades in the morning, watching out for FOMC. Today we were watching out in the afternoon for NVIDIA earnings because it was going to kind of pop things around a little bit here. Took out some cool profits today on some of our puts that we sold. Check it out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what our channel actually does. I hope this video helped you guys, to help you begin to see what it takes to be a successful trader. Anybody can win one day. Anybody can win 2 days. But to be consistent as a trader, the things that I went over to you are just the tip of the iceberg that we teach and we begin to show and understand and drill down real time, live, as you're watching me trade our accounts right in our room at Full Throttle Trades. I hope to see you there.